Good afternoon. We are doing our seed check video, and I'm going to read The Tiny Seed by Carle. So here's our seed check, and I'm planting them today. We have one that kind of started. How well you can see that. This one's kind of started. This one's very nice. This one's doing lovely. It's going to be kind of hard to separate them from the paper towel. This one's going right through the paper towel here. You can see that. But I'm gonna still plant these two, just because sometimes they're a little late, but they will still grow. So. But first, let's read our book. It is autumn. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high into the autumn air and carries them across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than any of the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they all going? One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up it goes. It flies too high, and the sun's hot rays burn it up. But the tiny seed sails on with the others. Here's the one that's burnt up, and this is the tiny seed. Another seed lands on a tall and icy mountain. The ice never melts, and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. See, he's way behind. There's the one that landed on the mountain, and the rest are on. Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns. The others sail on with the wind, but the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. See, there's the tiny seed riding low on the winds. One seed drifts down onto the desert. It is hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. There's the tiny seed, and there's the seed that landed in the hot desert. It's gonna die. Finally, the wind stops, and the seeds fall gently on the ground. A bird comes by and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten. It is so small that the bird does not see it. Do you see it? There's the tiny seed. Now it is winter. After their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look just as if they are going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that is also living in the ground eats a seed for his lunch, but the tiny seed lies very still, and the mouse does not see it. Now it is spring. After a few months, the snow has melted. It is really spring. The birds fly by, the sun shines, rain falls, the seeds grow so round and full they start to burst open a little. Now they are not seeds anymore. They are plants. First they send roots down into the earth. Then their little stems and leaves begin to grow upward toward the sun and air. There is another plant that grows much faster than the new little plants. It is a big fat weed, and it takes all the sunlight and the rain away from one of the small new plants, and that little plant dies. But the tiny seed hasn't begun to grow yet. It will be too late. Hurry! But finally, too, it starts to grow into a plant as well. Here's the tiny seed. The warm weather also brings children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun in springtime. One child doesn't see the plants and he runs along and oh, he breaks one. Now it cannot grow anymore. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbors grows even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 7. And look, a bud, and now even a flower. But what is happening? First there are footsteps, then a shadow looms over them, then a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. Now it is summer. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on and it doesn't stop. The sun shines on it and the rain waters it. It has many leaves. It grows taller and taller. It is taller than the people. It is taller than the trees. It is taller than the houses. And now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower they have ever seen. It is a giant flower. And it'd be pretty cool. I would drive a while to see a flower like that. All summer long, the birds and bees and butterflies come visiting. They have never seen such a big and beautiful flower. And now it is autumn again. The days grow shorter, the nights grow colder, and the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop from the giant flower, and they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down onto the ground. The wind blows harder, and the flower has lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind, but the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more, the wind shakes the flower, and this time the flower's seed pod opens, and out come many tiny seeds that sail far away onto the wind. The end. Yeah. Make a little separation here in our dirt. These are just like a starter pot. I'm not gonna, and I've already moistened the soil, so I'll probably water it just a little bit more after. But this is just to kind of keep it separated for now. These are kind of like little starter pots. They don't need a whole lot to begin with. They just need something to get started in. So that's kind of what we're doing here, is we're just getting them started. They've already germinated, which is what this is. Alright, so in this one that has less soil, I'm gonna do the smaller, or the 2 seeds that haven't done anything yet. So I'm gonna plop that guy in there and plop that guy in there and just kind of cover them up just a tiny bit. And now these two seeds can be a little trickier. It's okay if you take and put some of your paper towel in there. Oh, the seed pod fell off. But there's some more of the root. Take and put just a little bit of your paper towel in there. It won't hurt it. It'll just help it have moisture. So we try to keep the green part above the dirt. And this guy right here. This is the one I really have faith in right here. He looks like he's doing pretty good. He's grown more than the other one, for sure. They don't need to be covered up too much or they can't grow. Gotta be careful because they're very, very delicate. Alright. Ta-da! And that concludes our seed planting video. Thank you for joining us again. We'll see you on our next video. Bye.